But Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that Bhakti Marg is the best. Because once you go on to the Bhakti Marg, then you are on the right path. Just like if you have 20 pounds to lose, I'm not saying you do. Okay, please don't take it that way. I'm just saying hypothetically, you have 20 pounds to lose. There are so many different ways of losing the 20 pounds. But there is a proper way of losing the 20 pounds and keeping it off. And that way, it stays off. I can say, I always use my right hand. I could be without the left, cut my left hand off. That should lose me about 7-8 pounds. So that's one way of losing pounds. But is it really? No. Or say, there's more fat on my hips over here. Can you just cut this one off? And that would take 5 pounds off on both sides. That gives me 10 right there. But no, we don't do that. How do we try to do it? By controlling our diet and slowly and gradually burning the fat off, so overnight it doesn't come back. It can come back if you pig out again. I'm sorry. If you pig out again, it will come back, but if you've lost it properly, it's not coming back overnight. It comes by picking out over and over and over and over. Of course it will come back, but it's not coming back. So there's a proper way of attaining God and then staying there. Staying in the service of God. If you attain Him the proper way, you're attached to the devotional service and you're attached to Krishna. Then, if you attain Krishna that way, then you stay. But again, we don't ask for anything. Because if we ask, then we fall back into Om Jai Chitte Note Hare Swami Jai Chitte Note Hare Is Jag ke sab sankat note hi dur kare. We don't need note. Of course we need note, but that's not what we need to pray for. Because Krishna is going to provide anyways. It's like a child coming to the mother and saying, "Mother, I'm hungry, give me some breakfast." So mother gives him breakfast. Then he goes, plays around, comes back and says, "Mother, I want lunch." So mother says, "Okay, but I'll make you some lunch." Gives him the lunch. And after finishing the lunch, he's sitting there and crying on the dining table. Oh, and the mother says, "What? I'm worried who's going to give me dinner." The mother is going to give him 2 slaps. "You don't trust me? I gave you breakfast. I gave you dinner too. Go out and play." Mother is not going to appreciate that. Why? Because this child has no trust in me. I am there, a trustworthy person standing right behind him, providing him everything, and he is crying and crying over bare bone necessities, which I am providing him all the time, is making me feel like nothing. He's crying for dinner now. Of course I am there. I'll give you dinner. No matter I eat or not, I will give you dinner. That's a mother. So, the mothers are not so impressed when they see a child crying for the next meal when he hasn't even digested this one yet. So similarly, Krishna is not going to be impressed that we keep asking, Sukha Shampati Gara Vetashtamite Tanaka. Hare. God give us our daily bread. I'm giving it to you. Okay, ask for something else. What is the big thing in a daily bread? You are my part and parcel. You are my son and my daughter. I want to claim you. Let's talk about that. Leave the bread alone. Bread will come as long as the baker on the end of the block is there. So, that is not too impressive. That we keep asking for material gain or Gyan Marg, that okay, I want to have so much Gyan, and through Gyan Marg I can attain Krishna. Yes, you can, but number one, it's very difficult. Number two, there is a possibility with all that Gyan you get Abhiman. Number three, how is the Gyan going to keep you staying in kingdom of God? What will you do there with your Gyan? You spent the whole life attaining this, and now you have perfected it. What are you going to do now? Are you going to give it out to others? Those people have already attained God. They don't need your Gyan. We can become materially so educated, and then we can become professor or teacher and teach. But if everybody in the society where we are is a teacher, who are we going to teach? Nobody to teach to. But a servant who is always interested in serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead in any form, shape, will always be engaged in the service of God. So then there is no difficulty of and no chances of getting a pink slip. You're out. Go find something else. Or your mind wandering here and there, okay, what do I do now? Because a Jnani is never learned to serve God. Only learn about God. Okay, you know everything about God, there's a chance you will attain God. But then what? But a Bhakta will always be serving God in any shape or form, and always be able to stay away from the material world and stay in the service. And even if we do not stay away from the material world, stay in the material world, still serving the Supreme is the highest goal of life. So, your
Prabhu, I have a question.
goal of life is, now you have the answer, devotional service. Why devotional service? Because that helps us develop that love for God that we have forgotten. He hasn't, but we have. Yes.
I have a question. So who is Bhakta then?
Who's Bhakta?
Yeah.
The servant.
Like how do I know I'm Bhakta or he's Bhakta or she's Bhakta? What is the qualification of
Do you ever do anything for your wife?
Oh, definitely.
Do you ever listen to her?
Certainly.
You are her Bhakta then.
Yeah, no, but
But of course that's not the ultimate.
yeah.
Ultimately we want to train you to become Bhakta of God. But just to understand Bhakti is, you can say, love, service, fulfilling orders, listening to, serving, caring for,
nurturing.
nurturing.
Giving them a lot of time,
Yes,
because
spending time with them.
them
All these things
represents
you do for your family, not only your wife, your daughters, everybody. Why you do it? You don't do it for us. Because you love them. You love them. You provide for them.
Yeah, that's the duty as a like a Gerosto or whatever.
Prabhu, many people have this duty, and because they don't love their family, they don't fulfill their duty. So this world is full of those examples.
There must be a desire then.
Yeah.
So then the desire is more important than bhakti?
desire comes from
I don't know which angle you're coming from now.
No, because you said that bhakta must have the relation and has to have a desire. So to become a bhakta, you have to have a desire first. To God, understand the God, you have to have a desire first, and then you become a bhakta.
Yes,
Am I right?
that is the sambandha that Kulbhushan is talking about.
No, that's after bhakta you make the relation with God because of the service.
No, sambandha is the first stage of understanding that we are parcel of God, and our eternal position is Jiva Sarupa Krishna Das.
Yeah.
Understanding that is your first step. Then there is the Abhideya, and then there is the Prayojana. So once you understand, another way of understanding is that you understand that you are a loving relation. You are a loving human being. You like to love and you like to be loved. So you love your family for that reason, and so many other things, that every belonging that you have, you love those belongings too, because they serve you. Your car serves you. You serve your car, and there is a loving relationship there as well. But the ultimate loving relationship is with Shri Radha. Because all of these things, please don't mind me saying this, are temporary. Your car is, your relationship with your wife and your daughters is, they are temporary. But, and your body is temporary. But the soul is eternal, and so is he. So that is a ultimate eternal relationship. But God has given us all these loving relationships, so at least we can understand what is love. If we don't know what is love, then how are we going to love God? We have to understand that we are loving beings, we are capable of loving somebody, and it's built into us to love. So that's why Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna consciousness is not an artificial thing that you have to impose on yourself. It's already built into you. You just have to revive it. It's already built in. Just open up to it and dovetail it to the right direction. That doesn't mean stop loving your family. Dovetailing it in the right direction doesn't mean I am going to stop loving my family, but also understanding that the eternal object of love is or service. So, when we go into the 30 sutras that Narad Muni is trying to give here, it will become more and more clear. What time is it? Oh, it's 8:30 already. So maybe we should take this tomorrow.
Yes.
Rest of it. Okay. Any final questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
So you had mentioned in the lecture that the Devtas wanted to kill Prahlad Maharaj.
Who wanted to kill Prahlad Maharaj?
The Devtas.
Devtas, yes.
So I was wondering why did they want to kill Prahlad Maharaj?
Oh, they wanted to kill Prahlad Maharaj because they thought if a son of a demon called Hiranyakashipu would probably turn out to be
Another big demand.
another big demon. So before he creates all this problem for us, let's take care of him now and forever, so we don't have to deal with it later. So should we go to Prasad or should we
Yeah.
sing that bhajan that we
Normally
were
I have
talking about? Or
just
I think we're out of time.
Yeah.
We'll keep that bhajan for tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yes. Basinji?
Ask today.
You never know tomorrow, Prabhu.
yeah, it's already
You know.
No, we said tomorrow for the bhajan.
tomorrow we can have
You want to ask tomorrow? Please remember to bring it. And I have brought some special articles from Vrindavan for all of you who are going to be here for every day of the Bhagavat Katha.
we are writing.
So remember your names
And go away.
come on Sunday to claim your special gifts all the way from Vrindavan.
I go.
There is conditional love.